What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics. Before we get started today, let's take a look at the items that we got the last time around. So, let's see. First off, we got the Sasuke knife, which is, of course, a ninja sword. It's got 14 attack power, which is slightly stronger than the spell edge. Nothing too impressive. We've got the Nagra Rock, which has 1 attack power and has a chance of inflicting frog on your enemy. It also has 50% evade, which is pretty good if you happen to have the weapon guard ability. And it looks like it is just a normal sword, not a knight sword. And we also got the Javelin, which, despite sharing a name with the lowest level spear, you may notice that it looks a little bit different than a normal javelin. I don't have a normal javelin to compare it to right now, but it's got 30 attack power, which is the strongest weapon in, well, maybe, I don't know if it's the strongest weapon in the game, but it's definitely the strongest spear in the game. And it's commonly referred to as the Javelin 2. And right. Similarly with the escutcheon, it looks a little bit different than a normal escutcheon. It's got 75% physical evade and 50% magic evade, which is pretty awesome. And similarly, it's usually called the escutcheon 2. So I've changed him into a lancer to take advantage of the javelin. And yeah. So now that I've completed the battle for Nelveska Temple, if we go to leave, we got a little scene. What about this dragon? Evidence is clear of what? You can surely do what? Try what? Okay, so she just walks inside the temple. And explodes. Okay, I guess Reyes is dead. Or she could have transformed back into a human. Well, that's convenient, I guess. No, I don't think I'm gonna recruit her this time around. And as a human, she actually retains all of her dragon abilities, which is kind of odd and or interesting. And anyways, now that we have cleared Nelveska Temple, I believe we should head back to Goog. So I will meet you over there in just a moment. Okay, so we've made it over here, and before we get started, I picked up a couple items along the way, specifically a javelin and an escutcheon, just to compare them with their stronger counterparts. So here we see the normal javelin, and here we see the ultimate javelin. You can see that there's the ultimate javelin looks a little bit more extravagant. And same with the escutcheon and the ultimate escutcheon. Bit of a difference. Also, I equipped Liza with the equip shield ability and gave her the escutcheon too, just because since she's working with Zero Brave, I figure I might as well give her that since she's gonna get the most use out of it, not having Blade Grasp. So yeah. So let's see what's going on over in Goog. This is the morph. Well, I guess worker 8 morphed, but I don't see this thing morphing. It's just like a giant windmill. I still don't know how Best Rodeo just built something that interacts with a holy stone, but whatever. He looks kind of familiar. Caught in the current? A forwarding device? Oh yes, that's obviously what it is. Cloud, huh? Yeah, he's a little strange. To that place. Okay, see you, Cloud. And now, for the next part of this particular little side quest, we have to make our way over to Zargidas Trade City. So, I will do that, and see you in just a moment. Okay, so I think I mixed up the order of the side quest progression a little bit. It seems that we can't actually do what we need to do over at Zargidas Trade City quite yet. We have to finish off the battle at Egros Castle first. But I'm a little low on time, so I don't think I can do that quite yet. So instead, I'm going to demonstrate the Brevenia Volcano. Now, Brevenia Volcano is a map that doesn't have any significance to the plot at all. Like, you never fight a story battle there or anything. It just kind of pops up at some point. I want to say early chapter 2 or chapter 3. I can't remember exactly. But it's just kind of there at some point, and it is just there. But there's one very important reason to come here. Because there is a very unique move find item that you can find on this map. Actually, I think it's the only move find item that in the game that doesn't have secondary treasure that you could find there. Like, I'm pretty sure it's impossible to fail to find it to get like a potion or something instead. So if you're kind of low on brave, then I guess you don't have to worry a whole lot. The only hard part is actually getting to where you need to go without killing everything first. But that can be arranged easily enough. So the item in question is located at the tippy top of this volcano. Interesting to note about this map also is the fact that it's actually the only map in the game where you can find lava. Yeah, lava. So if you happen to have the Geomancer's Walk on Lava ability, then better equip it, because you might not get a chance to use it ever again. Okay, so get Don't Act on a couple of guys. I guess I probably could have gone with like Stop or something, but it works in a pinch. Gotta be a little careful with Wisnabis because I don't want to kill off everything before I have a chance to get to the volcano. This map isn't really hard for any particular reason, although all of the lava and stuff can be a little bit annoying to have to deal with. just because it means that there's a whole bunch of like gaps and stuff in the ground that you have to like jump across and stuff. And you may notice that I transformed Tim into a Lancer to take full advantage of the Javelin 2. And he's doing pretty good for himself. With the two hands ability equipped, he is typically doing on the order of 900 damage. The maximum damage being, of course, 999. And on that note, that's actually one reason why it could be considered, the two swords ability could be considered better than two hands. Simply because with two hands, the maximum damage you can ever do is 999. Whereas with two swords, you hit twice, so you can potentially do more than 999 damage. Of course, that doesn't actually matter all that often, since you can't have more than that much health. But if you're facing a boss or something, then, you know, it might come into play. And I have turned Ramza into a samurai simply because he mastered Knight, and I want him to actually continue working on abilities just because it's better than sitting around doing nothing. And the samurai's draw out abilities do tend to be pretty good. Like I've mentioned before, that they have a very nice variety of abilities. So it can be a good secondary skill to put on. And because he's a samurai and the draw out abilities rely on magic attack for the most part, he's also using the Genji gloves instead of the bracer. Look at the AT list. Your name is Anios, and you're going pretty soon. Well, I guess we should jump on this fellow instead then. Let's see if we can kill Anios with a holy. He's kind of standing in my way. I screwed that up, didn't I? That's what I get for not checking the, I could have sworn I said height 5, not height 3. I said height... Oh, I went for level, not height, didn't I? Derp. Yeah, math skill can be a little tricky to use sometimes. You gotta check these things carefully. Get out of my way! I'll get up that volcano eventually. So Brett is a wizard right now, just because he's actually mastered all of the well, he hasn't mastered calculus, but he's gotten all of the important calculator he's gotten all the important calculator abilities. So right now I'm just trying to fill out his list of magic attacks, since it draws from the abilities that you already know. So I might as well teach him more abilities. Let's go with stop this time. Oh nice, it got both of them. Not that I think that actually matters at all, since the second one's gonna die right now. And jump on a target that's already dead. Yeah, she's got... Oh, well, I was just wondering, does she actually have haste? She did have haste, but she doesn't have haste anymore. They're rather low on health. Let's see about reviving Ramza now, shall we? Reviving Tim doesn't do a whole lot, but we got Ramza up. Accumulate! And now move up here, and we find the Materia Blade, which we can't we can use now. It's a sword like any other, but it does have some special properties that we can't take advantage of at this point. So just gotta finish these guys off. Let's see, you're at height 3. So if I use a math skill at height 3, I'm probably gonna end up killing Ramza again, but I might kill her too. But it doesn't really matter. This fight's over. Okay, well it's not over quite yet, but it's over now with this Wiznabis. There we go. I'm pretty sure that bomb died entirely from Wiznabis, or I guess it's technically a grenade. And that is the end of that. And with that battle completed, and the Materia Blade in our possession, I will catch you next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics.